This week has been a really exciting one because we found out that we are a finalist in 2 categories of the Tourism Industry Association of New Brunswick Awards for this year. We are a finalist in product development and in the partnership award, and we are so honored and thrilled. And then we found out that we've also been nominated by the Department of Tourism, Heritage and Culture here in New Brunswick for a national Canadian award as well. And so I can't really quite believe it. It's very, very exciting. We are so thrilled and so grateful and so honored to be even nominated. And so stay tuned, fingers crossed. We'll let you know how things go with that. But we've also been really busy at the house. We've been doing some fall decorating. I'm actually going to share with you a collection that I've been working on for over 30 years today, and we had more goodies arrive at the manor for our renovation, and so lots of things have been happening. And don't forget, if you're enjoying our videos, don't forget to subscribe to our Ladysmith Manor Diaries YouTube channel to ensure that you're the first to see all our videos. But let's get back to it, and let me show you what we've been up to this week. So look what just arrived, our latest chandeliers. There's actually 3 of them, and these are going to be going into our big room. Now the big room is named because it's the biggest room in the manor. Not very imaginative, I think we'll have to come up with a new name, but I actually have one of these chandeliers already. It was actually the very first chandelier that we ever bought when we moved to the manor, and it's been hanging on my chandelier rack ever since then, for years. And the reason is that it's beautiful, I loved it, but when I hung it upstairs, I found that it was too low and people could bang their heads on the bottom of this beautiful chandelier, which is not good. So I've been waiting for a space downstairs, because we have higher ceilings downstairs, to use it. And finally, the time has come, because our big room needs 4, we're actually putting 4 chandeliers in. So I have one, and now I've got the other 3. People often ask me where we get all our chandeliers from. And to be honest, they come from a variety of different places. We do buy some. We have picked some up at auctions. We also find them we've had them donated to us, and we have found them on Facebook Marketplace as well. And this one has to be probably one of my favorite all-time chandeliers. We actually just picked it up this week on Marketplace, and it is just gorgeous. I just love this shape of chandelier. It's one of my favorite shapes, and this is going to be going into the Sandpiper Suite. And I always say that everyone needs a little bit of sparkle in their life, and that's one thing a chandelier definitely gives you, is some sparkle. And the Sandpiper Suite is a big bedroom, and so this is going to be a perfect size, and just the shape of it, the sparkle, and each of the little pieces on there is just beautiful, and it's been beautifully cleaned as well, which is even better, because sometimes when you pick up chandeliers from the auction, they're pretty dirty and it takes a long time. That's one thing. It's not my favorite job, cleaning chandeliers, but it's definitely worth it. But this one I cannot wait to see up in the Sandpiper Suite. Today is a pretty dreary, rainy day, but this box that I've just received has definitely cheered me up, because in this box is my wallpaper that I ordered for the pub. And I ordered it a while ago. I've been waiting for it to come in, and this is wallpaper that we're actually going to be putting behind the bar. So in the pub, we're going to have the bar at one end, and behind that we're going to be putting a wall of wallpaper, a feature wall. And on that wall we'll then have shelves which will feature our different bottles, and we're going to have some lighting on there. And the shelves are going to be made from some old stair treads that I have taken out of the manor. So they're going to be repurposed. I'm going to sand them down, and so stay tuned over the next few weeks, because you'll be able to see me work on that project, sand them down and make them into shelves for our bottles. But the wall itself is going to be covered with this wallpaper, and I am so thrilled. I got it from the UK, and it has this really rich burgundy color with the gold, and all the design is based off of and inspired by the English countryside. So there's some badgers and owls and different birds and creatures from the British countryside in this gorgeous gold. And so this, it's hard for you, I mean obviously you can't feel this, but if you touch this wallpaper, it's got this really lovely kind of texture to it that makes it feel very, very old and vintage. And so I am just thrilled. I cannot wait to see it on the wall. Like I say, this has definitely cheered me up on a rainy autumn day. As we're hosting the Greater Moncton Women's Progress Club fundraiser today, the Plate and Barrel, I'm just doing a little bit of fall decorating. And I have these little vases that I'm actually going to use inside some empty frames, which kind of sounds a little strange, but I'll show you what I mean. But I have these fall flowers, and so I'm just filling them with some colour, and then I'm going to take them in the other room and I will put them into the frame, and they'll hang in the empty frame. But it's just such a simple way of getting some colour and doing something fun for fall. So just, and it doesn't, sometimes it's just the small things, right? It doesn't take much. So my flowers are now up in the frames, and it is very, very simple but very effective, and it's just a very pretty way of adding a little bit of fall to the wall. As you probably know, the kitchen was one of the first rooms that we did any work in when we first moved into the manor to make it functional for us. And we put these cabinets in, and these top cabinets have been now sitting empty for nearly 3 years. Because I just never got round to actually putting anything in them. And Stephen has now put lighting into all three, so they now light up, which is really, really lovely. And so I have been, this week, finding things that I can put in these top cabinets. And the first thing I'm using is some of our copper pans, because we have a variety of different copper pans, but I thought these would work really well on the shelves, and obviously with the light when it's lit up, it actually makes the copper shine, and it looks really quite pretty when you close the glass door. So I'm just putting in the final couple of pans up in this cabinet. And then my second cabinet, I've actually decided to put some of my teapots in. Now, I've been collecting teapots for years. I don't even remember when I first got my first teapot. It was a long, long time ago. And so I've picked out some of my favorites, and I decided that I would put some of my teapots here in this cupboard. So I've been collecting teapots for many, many years, and I love my vintage teapots, but I also love to find ones that are really quirky and unique. And I've just chosen a few of my favorites to go up in the cabinet. Obviously I have a big collection, I can't fit them all in, but I also love the fact that many of them have a story behind them. And this one is one of my, has some really good memories attached to it, because this was a teapot that I got given when I was 18, when I went to New York to work as an au pair, and the family wanted me to feel at home, and they knew I collected teapots, so they actually bought me this, and they had this on my side in my bedroom when I first arrived at their home. So I have some really great memories of my year in the New York area, so that's one of my favorites. I also have this one, which is a Disney. It's from the movie Cinderella, and I just love the mice and the sewing machine. It's very, well, back in the day when I got this, I couldn't sew, but actually since then I've actually learned to sew, and I have a few of the Singer sewing machines as well, which is even more fun. But I got that one again given to me when I was living in the States, which is again great memories for me. And then this one is another one of my absolute favorites, and I got this in the UK, but this one, I just love every detail about it. I love the cash register and the China sign, and it just really reminds me of that kind of traditional English market. Kind of completely quirky for a teapot, but so much fun. So I'm going to put that one up as well. I can't quite believe that it is under 3 weeks until our Christmas market. And you know what that means? Only one thing, it means Christmas decorating. And this is just one of the mantles that I'm just about to start clearing, and we are going to start decorating the whole manor for Christmas. We are going to have 21 live Christmas trees in the manor. We're going to have each of the mantles beautifully decorated. We're going to bring Dickens' Christmas Carol and the Victorian Christmas to life, and I cannot wait. So over the next couple of weeks, I will take you on the journey as I put it all together, and I can't wait to see the final piece when we have it all ready for our Christmas market on the 12th and the 13th of November. And if you haven't got your tickets already, make sure you jump on our website ladysmithmanor.com and pick them up. We are selling out. We're over half sold. In fact, we're almost 3/4 of our tickets have all been sold already, and they are going really quickly. So make sure that you reserve your ticket for your arrival time. We have so much exciting things waiting for you when you arrive at the manor, and we cannot wait to see you. So I'm going to get back to working and decorating and getting everything planned and prepared so that we can see you on the 12th and 13th of November, and you can enjoy Christmas at the manor. So I will see you hopefully on the 12th and the 13th of November, but back here next week for our next episode of the Ladysmith Manor Diaries.